Well, it all started when I was reading the New Zealand Geographic article by Pete Mackenzie, which featured Haggard. And Pete Mackenzie was out here interviewing him and wrote this wonderful article about how the weed pests were out of control on Niue. And Christine and I were in Niue in 2023, so we had a little bit of a Niue connection. Not that we knew what African tulip tree was. But the other thing that connected with me was we'd been to Lord Howe Island, and they had a Friends of Lord Howe Island started going there many years ago to do weed work, and the locals thought they were nutty, but they kept coming back every summer to do weeds on Lord Howe, and I thought, I put the two together. I thought, gee, let's form a Friends of Niue group just like they did for Lord Howe Island. And so I contacted Pete Mackenzie, and he gave me the email of Haggard and a lady Linley, I forget her surname, from Landcare, and contacted a few people, and they all thought it was a great idea. And New Zealand Geographic then put a little flyer out with their Friday bulletin, and that's where Andrea heard about it, and about 7 others, but Andrea was the only one that committed from those expressions of interest. And then I think we advertised it around the barrier, and hence you guys are here, and around the Palmerston North Tramping Club, and that's why Harley's here. And of course, Nearly and Kevin we know from a way back, old tramping friends, and that's how we come together, and it sort of unfolded from there.
Today, we've had the opportunity and the privilege of working with a volunteers group from Indeed, call themselves Friends of Niue. And what we're doing here today is we're trying to control, eradicate the African tulip plant from this site. And this is the biggest site that we have in Niue. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about African tulip, but it's a pretty bad invasive plant that's prevalent around the Pacific now, and it's quite bad in some of the Pacific countries like Fiji, Samoa, Rarotonga. So in Niue, we're trying to completely eradicate it before it becomes a big problem for us. So that's what we've been. Yes, so there's definitely a chance for us here in Niue because it's not found in a lot of places. We don't have that many sites, and the sites are quite manageable for us.
Is there any country that's got rid of African tulip trees?
No, it's been, by the time some of those countries have decided to do something about it, it's been too late. The only option for those countries now will be biocontrol. But for us here in Niue, it's still feasible for us to completely eradicate it from Niue. So, but in saying that as well, we do have other invasive plant species that we are doing a fair bit of research on in collaboration with Landcare Research in NZ, like the taro vine. So there will be a control agent that's going to be released here in Niue hopefully soon if the approval is given by Cabinet as per protocols that we have here in Niue. But even the start of this year, we did also release air potato beetle, which is a biocontrol to control the air potato here in Niue. But before that, we did also release a couple of biocontrol agents maybe 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago. And they were successful, but with a lot of this work requires a lot of funding as well. And it's usually we got to apply for that funding and try and work in close collaboration with institutions like Lancaster Research on those sort of work.
Yeah. So is that part of PRISM's role?
Yes, so Lancaster and Research is one of the key partners of PRISMs. So they provide technical expertise in terms of the biocontrol program for Niue right
And
now.
what about the population of Niue, which is about the same as our island,
Yeah.
Great Barrier Island? Do they feel scared about biocontrols, or do they realise everyone we talk to says, "Oh, it's great, you're coming to get rid of the invasive plants"? They seem to be on board with the idea that we're working on these weeds.
It kind of depends on the weed that you're trying to target. If it's something that, if it's a weed that some people might find useful in terms of like medicinal purposes, or like some people kind of use some of the invasive plants for like mulching in their farms and stuff. So those are the kind of people that will have a bit of a thing to say about when you do want to release biocontrol. But the majority of the people are well aware of it. Like we do a lot of awareness before we actually release any of the biocontrol here in Niue, and that we also do a lot of stakeholder consultations as well. So people are aware.
We've got a lot to learn about conversations with people about
Yeah.
weeds and stuff.
That-
Probably the same
There's-
everywhere though, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's good things and bad things of having a small population, but one of the good things is that it's easier for us to
Not
get
so many people. to
not
talk
so
to.
many people to talk to and like get the message across. So I guess that's one of the good things about us here.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the many.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Haggard.
It's been raining quite heavily for you guys, right? So, but this is the site that we'll be working at. It's an old village settlement for the village you guys just go through. So this is where they used to, the village used to be. And that's how the African tulip came to be here. So they kind of planted it here as a ornamental plant, just like in a lot of places around here as well. But it's the biggest site for African tulip that we have here in Niue. So it's about more than 1 hectare. Most of it is just on this side, so that way. But we'll be starting off on this side, clearing some of the plants that are found on this side first. There's a track here that so these are some of the younger seedlings for the African tulips. There's a few adult plants right in there as well, but there's only one other plant that you might mistake it for, which is the local mahogany species that we do in the garden.
Hairy stem and the leaf is quite diagnostic.
Yeah.
Of what?
This is
Tulip.
African tulip leaf, so it's pubescent stem and a pubescent leaf on the upper and the lower surface. Not to be not to be confused with mahogany. The other way around.
No, we
sorry.
wouldn't do that. No, wouldn't we, Catherine?
Never.
I just don't know.
Huh? Extreme gardening.
Mind your step.
Oh, very intuitive. Nice.
Oh, you see a little one?
You think this is dead, but look, what's this?
Oh my God.
Vibrant, bursting to go.
Do your thing.
Okay, it's an African tulip tree. Get that way here.
Yeah, put them somewhere, yeah.
Common name for it, but no relation to the taro.
No, but it looks.
But I think that the name came from because the leaf kind of looks like a taro leaf.
Said you just cut at the bottom and pest, or how do you deal with it?
Mainly because of the nepiphite.
Yes.
So even if you cut the bottom, the top will still keep growing.
Oh,
Because the roots will
I see.
attaches itself to the host plant.
Both sides. Doesn't work. So how do you get rid of it? You have to pull it right
What do you want
down.
us to do?
Oh, usually we use like a big boom sprayer that goes up about 20 meters
Yeah.
on a calm day, not on the windy day.
With gloves and a mask on.
Yeah, the whole setup to go up to the moon kind of setup.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hard one to deal with.
A lot of the ornamental plants, well, not all of them. I'll say half of it, and then half of it will just be ladies smuggling it in.
Oh, ladies.
Ladies, always ladies.
With their handbags in the botanic garden.
That's probably one of the biggest problems we had, especially in the past. Probably in like the 90s, there used to be a lot of garden competitions.
Bottom line.
And that's when all the ladies you gotta have like all these flowers and start smuggling all this stuff in. And it kind of went quiet for a little bit, but it's kind of starting to start up again now. And I'm like, oh man.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, now people.
And you kind of see it when you, because we do village inspections, so we go around and so part of our job is like inspecting. So we kind of look out for all kind of ornamentals and invasives as part of our work.
We thought you
But that's alright if they keep, well, we're doing a lot of awareness now. So everybody's quite good with that now, so they know not to like pull it out of the garden and kind of just dispose it out into the wild. Which is why you don't hardly see any kind of new incursions into the forest areas now. So all of the invasives that we do have now, the ornamental plants, these are all problems from the 90s and the early 200s. So
It's the same in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Trailblazing.
Maybe. Just walking, having a little walk through the jungle. Jungler from, you know.
I presume you're Jane?
We looked up the word jungle and it comes from India, of course.
Start tasting. Tasting my pretty.
You got a few enemies in there, McClure.
Yes, I do.
Look at that guy up there, God.
What's that?
Oh, I just did all the taro vine going right up everything. What a dreadful thing it is.
Yeah. I think this guy's got serrated leaves on the left.
Yeah, I'm too busy with the video.
This is it. Don't you think you could, hey guys, why don't you put your initials in the bottom? It's a tree we're allowed to deface. Why don't we just write O-N-E?
I'm not sure if you've traveled to some of the other Pacific countries, but yeah, we're quite good in terms of the amount of biological diversity that we still have compared to some of those islands.
Yeah.
A lot of those islands don't even have a lot of primary forest areas left, and you know, a lot of them was a lot more infested with invasives as well.
Solomon Islands or something.
Yeah.
They are, aren't they? Yeah. Oh God, I've got my bloody phone full of sawdust. see why they wanted to propagate it. It's gorgeous, isn't
It's
it?
a nice flower, isn't it? Very pretty.
Just past it, the stamens are just dying.
Portrait mode.
Is it all stumpy here?
Tired people.
Start. Well, I think it's really gone swimmingly. It's just been awesome. We came here not really knowing what to expect, so there was a lot of unknown, and as you know, I shipped all that gear up not really being sure if we'd need all that or not, but I think it was really good having those extra chainsaws. And the team of 12 I think was a good size. I think any more would be a little bit difficult for the social interactions, like having dinner together afterwards. And I think our first day was just amazing with 12 of us, and I think there was 7 or 8 of your group. So we had 19 on the go, and we really smashed it. I mean, that was a big area, some big trees, a lot of little ones. And I think everyone here's had weed removal experience before, so that you didn't have to train them or anything. Everyone just got stuck in, and I think we worked very well with Huggard's team. They had different tools and little squeeze bottles, and I think the experience of coming around and doing the patch just across the road and then having a look around the research station was great. I don't know what it was like 20 years ago, but talking to Huggard, obviously there's been some weeds grow in the meanwhile, a lot less people here, but I felt quite privileged to see this site. And there was still lots of time left for pleasure. So working in the morning, and then everyone headed off to visit rock pools and things in the afternoon. I think it worked really well. And just finally, I think the seminar with Peter yesterday was kind of capped it off for me. It was just so great to hear about the whole flora of the island, and I'll certainly be back. First thing I'll do when I go home is look at dates and accommodation. And Peter recommended yesterday we go and have a look at the wood rose infestation opposite the quarry, which he said was a small area and just in the lag phase, and he said that's the kind of weed you should get before it gets into exponential. But that's my bit.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Barry. I guess it's been an awesome experience having you guys come up to here in Niue, calling yourself the Friends of Niue. And I'm really hoping that this will be an ongoing thing for us. It's been really useful for us. A lot of the work that we do on a daily basis is because we're responsible for quite a fair bit of work for our department. It's really ad hoc, so sometimes it's a lot harder for us to prioritize like a whole week to go out and do work like this, which we have been able to do last week, which was like, we haven't done anything like this for quite a while now. Usually for us, we'll probably just have like one day in about 2 weeks dedicated to this amount of invasives eradication work. So just having you guys here to help us out with the eradication program that we have for African tulip has been really helpful. And we've been really been able to smash out some of the bigger sites that we have here on the island. Before your arrival, the team has been concentrating on the smaller sites. noting that there's not that many of us working, but just having you guys here, it's been really useful, and I guess you guys coming up with your own resources as well, that really helped. A few chainsaws and all your chemicals and all of that. But sometimes we lack a bit of funding to get some of those kind of resources. So it was pretty good that you guys brought up your own stuff, and hopefully if you guys do keep coming up, you guys can also arrange for more of that kind of stuff to be brought up as well, depending on what kind of work we're looking at.
You probably have a better idea of what we might be best to provide.
Yeah, so I guess looking ahead, there are also other areas that we might need a bit of assistance in. I know we're slowly trying to get some of our restoration projects off the ground, and we're talking about setting up cat traps and rat traps, that kind of work. So I'm pretty sure that some of your team has been involved in some of their work in NZ, and even some of your expertise, because at the moment we are still in the pilot stages of some of those programs, trying to trial out some of the cat and rat traps that are available out there today. So, but definitely something that you guys can help out in, and even some other environmental work that we do here on the island. Any kind of assistance will be much appreciated, and it's just been such an awesome time working with people, you know. You usually measure the success of the work that you do by the amount of laughing that goes around, and there's been a lot of laughing and joking around working in the last few days, which has been pretty good, you know, because it can be